Today we're going to look at 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9, where the Bible says, "For I think that God has displayed us, the apostles, last as men condemned to death. For we have been made a spectacle to the world, both to angels and to men." A French newspaper recently reported tragic happenings at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. Apparently, there are 6 branches of Christianity that share management of the church, and on Easter of 2008, a fight broke out between 2 of the groups. The report suggested that Armenian Christians were under the impression that a Greek Orthodox priest had trespassed into their section of the church, and they tried to kick him out. That led to a fight, and apparently some of the people in attendance for a service used Palm Sunday fronds to hit each other. Now, here comes the most tragic part of the story. As the Christians were busy fighting each other and hitting each other with palm fronds, Muslim police officers had to come in and take control. Now, for just a moment, put yourself in the shoes of those Muslim cops and take in the scene. Christians of different persuasions are literally attacking each other with symbols of Christian worship. For that matter, put yourself in the shoes of countless non-believers right here in North America as they watch the way so-called Christians treat each other. It might be urban legend, or at least the story may have been stretched over the years, but Gandhi was once reported to say that he'd probably become a Christian if Christians were only more Christ-like. When I found the story of the Easter scuffle in a newspaper, I couldn't help notice that it was written from a perspective that seemed to be pointing out the inconsistency between the Christian message and Christian lives. Don't assume for a moment that the world isn't watching. After all, everybody has a hunger to worship something, and they're searching for answers. As they look over the landscape of human belief systems, inevitably they watch us as Christians, and we only have moments sometimes to let them see Christ at work in our lives. The Bible tells us that we are a spectacle to the world, and that's a principle that cuts 2 ways. When we quietly suffer the indignities the world heaps on true believers, people will notice. But when we take on the name of Christ in vain and continue to behave like children of the darkness, we cast shame on the cause of God and hamper the work that Christ gave the church to do. It's kind of a sobering thought, isn't it? That a simple misunderstanding and a supposition become a worldwide headline that didn't do the cause of Christ any favors. Maybe the lesson we should take away from this incident is that living like the world is watching will always be a better way to live.